All right. Good morning, guys. All right. So this is our lecture 4, and the lecture 4 will be in two. The lecture 4 will be in two part. Lecture 4A and 4B. All right. So the lecture 4, what we are actually learning today is how to create, transform a text in Photoshop, and it's actually a beginner practical guide. All right. So what we will learn is on how to master the text tool in Adobe Photoshop, how to move it, crop it, and so we are creating a new project. So I'm clicking on new, create new. When I create a new, so I'm doing 16 by 9, recently 16 by 9 in inch. So 16 by 9 is actually the size YouTube uses, and it's in inch, so it's a landscape size, RGB white, 8 bits. That's okay. So I'm creating, and you see the size straightly, and you see how nice it look. Yeah. So this is our first project we are creating, and in this I'm repeating. We are going to learn on how to master the text tool in Adobe Photoshop, and you can see the text tool is the one here. Yeah. All right. When I right click, you can see horizontal and vertical type tool for the text. And also when we learn on how to master it in the Adobe Photoshop, we learn on how to crop it. So when you type text, we learn on how to crop those texts. We also learn on how to transform it like a pro. All right. So we will start. uh, Before we start the practical, let me ask something. I hope you are all hearing. What is the difference between someone who just types text and someone who design text? All right, that's something very I would like you guys to think of it. I think before at the end of the video I will try to also see what I have on that question, but that question is just simple. What is the difference between someone who just type text and someone who design the text itself? So the what I meant by the typing is just someone who just what types just by writing words, this normal text, what I'm typing, you know just those normal text. Control A. uh come in. Yeah, so I just normally, let me try type my name. You can see that. And not just that, someone who designed it. So what the difference? So if I'm talking about the designing, I meant by what positioning it, sizing it, so you can see when I just wrote something, I went to change the text size of it, coloring it, spacing, balancing, and those visual impacts. What can you see about it? I would like to see those distinctions of those two in the comment section. All right, so when you design a text, that's actually what makes you a graphic designer, not just a computer user. So today we are not just typing, we are designing text. All right, we are not just typing, we are actually designing text. So what we will do is we are learning on how to create text, how to text automatically. All right, so how I created this text, you can see it automatically created a new layer. So our previous lecture, you can see I've told you that this panel, the layer panel, is where anything you use here, the layer, the text, the objects, and everything used here are automatically layers. So when I off this, I make it invisible. You can see, let me do that. You see the text Nuhu Saeed is gone, right? So we will learn how to create a text, and how the text automatically creates as a new layer, how to move it, how to transform it, how to change its color, how to duplicate it, how to delete it, and how to group the layers properly. And that's what I'm saying. So part one, I'm starting the first one, creating a text. So let's go to the tools panel again. So let me do Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Note Ctrl Z is what I'm undoing what I did. So we are starting afresh. So I'm going to the text, the tools panel. I told you this part is called the tools panel. This whole part, this where the tools are, the fill in, the selection tool, the moving tool, and all this are here. So I'm going to the text, the tools panel, then I'll click on the text tool. This is text tool. I right click and I'll see here. You see, we can see horizontal type tool, vertical type tool, and we see other. It's only those two over there. But when we get to what's the name, the shapes, you can see we have more there. So what we are doing today is creating a text and coloring and do stuff. So I right click, horizontal type tool, vertical type tool. Hope you can see that. Now, so I'm clicking on the horizontal. I'm not doing any vertical thing, so I'm clicking on the horizontal. And first of all, when you select a horizontal, you need to think of what side do I need to make it big or small, anything, or it's part of the transformation. So I'll just click anywhere on the canvas, and I told you this is your working space. This part is your working space, the middle there. When I click here, all right, so you then type what do you want to type, and you see when I just click it, automatically create a new layer here in the layers panel. So this panel is called the layers panel. All right, so Photoshop automatically create that for you, and it's very important. So every text you created becomes its own layer. So a professional designer never leaves layers unnamed. All right, double click the layers and name or rename it. So right now I am putting in here, so let me write a professional designer never leaves layers unnamed. Let me just make it that a professional design never leaves layers. All right, unnamed is going to be, I saw something here which I need to correct, but I don't want to start from there. It might bring confusion. All right, so when you have this as a professional designer, you can see Photoshop, this model, it automatically gives just something about it. So it gives all the full text I've written here. So you need to name it. So renaming it, you right click. When you right click, you can rename it with the renaming tool over there, or you just double click on it. Yeah, or F2, you know that. So rename it. So I need to rename this maybe text 1. You know, naming is just having an identification of something, so you can name it anyhow you want, so that you'll be able to identify what you're looking for. Imagine you have so many texts. So text 1, I've renamed this to text 1. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so after that, we are going to learn on changing the text color. All right, anytime you have to change the text color, make sure the layer is selected. So let me also create another one, like another text, like unnamed. So a professional designer never leaves layers unnamed. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'll add full stop to this one, bring it underneath this. I click done. When you're done, you click done. So I want to color one. All right, so I want to color the unnamed, the down part of it too, so that people see that it's very strict and very serious. I'm very serious about that. So I'll click this. Hey, let's rename this. So let's rename it to text 2. So double click txt2, enter. All right, so we are renaming text2. So first I am saying, well, sorry, for renaming you go to you select the text, then you double click, then you rename. Now for coloring, the first thing you need to know is what, make sure the layer is selected. So I'm selecting layer 2 because that's what I want to color, and go to the top panel and click on the color box. So you can see here the color box is here. The color of your choice: effect, emotion. Red feeling strong, blue feels calm, black feels bold. Never choose colors randomly, choose intentionally. And that's what I'm saying. So red feels strong, so I want to make hammer on that. You can see when I click on the red, I want something very, so that people, when someone just sees that, the person mind will go. When you see like on those little bit A4 sheets design that they are saying workers needed, they are very serious about that. So they will make, you can see they use white and red to make it attractive so that people can read. So red feels very strong. When you go to blue feels what, calm. So you want, yeah, calmness. And the black, almighty black, black, yeah, black feels bold, something like that. So note, never choose colors randomly, choose intentionally. Now part 3, so we are going to learn on how to move text. So this is in red, so we are going to learn on how to move text. All right, so moving text. So you first select the text. So I've selected, you see here I've not selected any. So first I'll select this. Now you can go to the moving tool, then you click on the moving tool, then you click there. Then I can automatically just be somewhere, then I'll be clicking on the arrows on your keyboard. Yeah, the page up and the page down. I can be clicking it to be coming down itself. And that's what I'm saying. Or I can go there and click on it here, then right click, then drag to it anywhere I want it. I can bring it here. You understand? So first, before you move, you click on the text, you go and click on the moving tool, then you move what you want to move. Hope that's clear. So if we are positioning it, okay, so in note, position the text somewhere makes it very like professional. So if you put it in the middle, it looks very what word will I use, yeah, the middle, which is same at the center, it looks very stable. All right, so when I put it here, you see, say it looks like stable. Let me say, when I put it at the top, it feels very dominant. So the one at the top, where you see a professional designer, you see that when you get that, the first thing you read. And at the bottom feels grounded, and always think about placement. You understand? So anytime you are designing something, always think on where to place it. So let's look at this back cover, something, this simple thing, this old though. Yeah, so Ghana Songhai Students Association over here, I've put on what to, you can see that what to do, connect with us. I've made sure I've placed so that it will be readable. When you are reading, it kind of makes sense. When someone just take the back of the cover, the book cover, or the ID card cover, the person will read and get understanding of what is actually there. All right, so untitled, and sorry, make sure when you go to the create new work on your menu, home button of Photoshop, make sure you name your file. All right, so this one I didn't name, that's why it came out. It came as untitled one, 25%. All right, so part 4, transforming the text. So first, what we learned was the first part we learned in this program was creating text. Second part we learned was changing the text color. All right, then the third on how to move it, and I told you that putting it in the center makes it feel very stable. Tops make it feel dominant. Bottom makes it feel like grounded. And always think about placement, because imagine you putting the name of the logo and the identity of the flyer at the bottom there. people don't know which person need to look at it down there before we know that the flyer is coming from. So you can see all first class graphic designers, when they are doing church flyers, the church flyer logo is always at the top there. So arranging the stuffs and or placing things in Photoshop is very, very like important. Yeah, knowing the placement to put anything is very important. Now part 4, transforming the text. All right, so it also comes with a very shortcut. And edit, already know edit. Okay, so you can see all the edits button here are all with shortcuts, so you can go and learn all the shortcuts. So here, if I want to edit this, then I go here. So I want this a text, so I go here. I can click Ctrl T for transforming. Ctrl T for transforming. Let me just write it for you. Control plus T for transforming. All right, so if you want to transform, so what that I mean by that transforming, let me do that again. So when you just select the text you want to transform, you click Control T. All right, so when you click Control T, you see it brings it in a shape. So this one you don't need to go here to the text panel to be editing, and so I can just edit it this way, bring it like enlarge it anyhow I like it. You understand? That's what we mean by transforming, editing the text to your preferred size you want it. So Control T for on your keyboard, you'll see the transform box on your text. You can resize it, rotate it, sketch it, press enter to apply. So when you're done, just press enter and you're done with your job. So important thing, when you want to resize it, make sure you click on, so Control T again, you click on Shift. You can see when I click on Shift, you can see whilst I'm resizing it still have its proportion. It doesn't look any. So the Shift here just helps you changing the height, and that's what I'm saying. You can see here but when I leave, I'm holding the Shift. All right, so when I leave the Shift, let me drag, you see the proportions, it goes bigger than that. All right, you get what I'm saying? So Control Z. So when you want to, you try it, click on Shift and try to zoom it. You see the type of transforming it gives. Yeah, so it's also an important thing, shortcut. So for computer students, always shortcuts are needed. Now note, you see how the Control plus T is very big, it grabs attention. Then the small text supports information. Now the size controls are very important, so controlling the size are very, very important. Now part 5, the end of it, which is what? Duplicating the text. And this, we have a shortcut for it. So in case I want this same thing here, I don't want to go through by typing this again, go and click on the select tool. Like no. What I want to do, that when I just click done, when you're always doing the transforming, click the OK to be done, or you go to the check button here at the top here. So here I'll just click here. Okay, so the shortcut for it is Control J. So Control J, so I go here. Now, one thing I want you to note, what I just did right now is I click Control J and what? It duplicated the layer, the text, but it made the text, it duplicated it on itself. So you just need to check the panel. You can see it duplicated it. Let me go to Control Z. So you can see text 2 copied, but you cannot see the text 2. You don't know where it is. All right, so it means it's already complicated. So when you want to do, you need to do what? You can go to the select tool. All right, then you click, then you change the alignment so that you can see it clearly. And this one, all the text looks alike. So when it duplicates, you don't know. So you can identify that only at the layer panel. You can see it's text 2 copy. Then So I want to also keep the Ctrl J in mind for duplicating. So you can also right click on the text, then you see duplicate in the pop-up menu as well. So Ctrl J. So the reason why we duplicate, so for shadow effect, layered typography, creative composure. So when I duplicate, sometimes it gives the shadow. If you want, you can bring just down. In designing, more time we will get to that. Now persist, deleting the layer. So I have control this. So deleting, you can just click the layer, then click the backspace, it will delete. Understand? You can delete that. Just the backspace on your keyboard, you can delete, or you right click, then you delete the layer, delete layer. That's the second way of deleting. Then the last one, you can see at the layer panel here at the bottom here, there's a trash can over there. When you click on it, it also automatically deletes the layer for you as well. And that's what I'm saying. Now the duplicate also, I've shown you one, Ctrl J to duplicate. You can also go here, you click here, then you duplicate layer. That's the second option of duplicate. You can drag the layer here, bring it to this plus button, it automatically duplicates it for you. Now for the layer pan, I want to show you this things here, which will be explained in the part B of this lecture. So the part B, we'll be looking at grouping of layers, cropping too, how to crop the layers. Yeah, we'll be looking at that as well. I think I can do the grouping of the layers just here. So I'll just click on all the text. So selecting any of it, you click on Control. I select the second one. I select the third text. All right. So I want to. So you can come to this icon here. You can see here. Group. Right. I've grouped it. I can do Control Z as well. When you can just do Control G at once. Control G to group it. Or you come here when you select all, then just come here, then to group it for you as well. Yeah, now why we group is to organize, to make the things look very organized. And also in the grouping, you can name the group because you might have a whole lot of grouping. So control and select the multiple layers, Control plus G, you group. And now let's see, they are all the text, or all those minor layers that we've grouped are all inside. You can see them here, are all inside our group file. So when you are working on a big project like flyers, grouping layers, you organized. Yeah, it helps you organized. Yeah, messy layers, messy design thinking and those stuffs. The grouping layers make the job very nice for you. Now part 8, crop tool. All right, yeah, which we will look at on the other one. So today we actually learn on how to create text, how to move it, how to transform it, how to change the color, how to duplicate it, how to delete it, group layers, and crop properly, which will be in the part B. So you are no longer just typing, you are designing. All right, so you're no longer just typing the text, you're actually designing text. So practice this immediately after watching. In the next lecture, we will go deeper into professional layout techniques. Okay, now why what we learn is very powerful, and why our next lecture will be very powerful. You'll be able to compare your thinking versus doing. You give mini design psychology tips. You sound like a mentor. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have this, you know how to design all stuff like this. You thinking, and I already told you, computer graphics is what visualizing your ideas by using text and those stuff. So the first thing over there is text, and we've learned on how to use the text. All right. So this is nice, and I hope it will be that helpful. All right. Thank you. I always tell you, when you are done, Control S for save. All right, that's when you already save it. Okay, Control Shift plus S for save as. So you can also go here, then you see them here, save as. Then you need to save your project always, cause so that you not lose your project. You can see I opened this, I went to my desktop to get this file because I saved it there. All right, so Kofi project 1. All right guys, thank you. Do not forget, I said you guys to share in the comment section. All right, what you think about the question I asked. I'm repeating the question again. The difference between someone who just types text and someone who designs text. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful day. By evening, the lecture 4B will be ready. Thank you. Masalam.